Imagine waking up every day before sunrise, squeezing into a packed subway, working 8, 10, 12 hours a day, and still not being able to save money, still not improving your life. Now, imagine finding out that almost half of everything you earn goes straight into the government's pocket. That's right. In 2024, Brazil's tax burden hit 32.3% of its GDP. Did you know that when you buy rice, laundry detergent, or even a simple pack of gum, you're paying hidden taxes you don't even realize exist? Today, we're going to open this black box of taxes in Brazil. And I promise, you'll never look at your receipts the same way again. But before we dive in, if you really want to understand what happens with your money, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, like this video, and share it with someone who also needs to know this. Let's uncover this truth together. Today, Brazil is one of the countries with the highest tax burdens in the world. But the problem isn't just how much we pay, it's how and from whom it's collected. Let's dive in together to understand why it hurts so much, what makes our system so unfair, and what's being done to change it. Brazil's tax system is one of the most complex in the world. We have over 90 different types of taxes. There are federal, state, and municipal taxes, each with its own rules, rates, and overlapping charges. The bureaucracy is so overwhelming that Brazilian companies spend, on average, 1,500 hours per year just to comply with tax obligations. This drives up costs across the board. But this complexity isn't just a technical issue. It directly affects the price of everything you consume, reduces business competitiveness, and scares off investments that could generate jobs. Unlike most developed countries, where the majority of revenue comes from income and wealth taxes, in Brazil, most taxes come from consumption. This means everyone pays the same percentage on products, whether you're rich or poor. But for lower-income people, that percentage hits much harder. Someone earning minimum wage might pay up to 48% of their income in taxes, while a millionaire pays proportionally around 26%. This system fuels social inequality and perpetuates the concentration of wealth. In 2024, Brazil's official inflation rate, IPCA, closed at 4.83%, surpassing the target ceiling. Since most consumption taxes are percentage-based, every price increase automatically means more tax revenue. In other words, the higher the inflation, the more the government collects, and the less stays in your pocket. On top of that, income tax brackets aren't adjusted fast enough, meaning lower-income people end up paying more than they should. A huge portion of tax revenue goes just to keep the government machine running. Salaries, pensions, debt payments, and administrative costs consume most of the budget. Brazil's public debt surpassed 7 trillion reais in 2024. Just paying interest on that debt cost Brazil over 700 billion reais. And with so many financial obligations, there's little left for essential investments in healthcare, education, security, or infrastructure. The result? We pay a lot, but get very little in return. Overcrowded hospitals, poorly maintained schools, and failing public safety. Corruption is a black hole in the tax system. Money that should go to healthcare, education, and infrastructure is siphoned off for personal gain. On the other side, there's tax evasion. Brazil loses over 600 billion reais every year to companies and individuals who don't pay what they owe. These practices force the government to raise the burden on those who do pay correctly, punishing honest taxpayers even more and undermining trust in the system. After years of debate, a tax reform is finally underway. The goal is to simplify the system and make taxation fairer. The reform, approved in 2023, proposes creating 2 new taxes, CBS and IBS, to replace 5 existing ones. It also includes a tax cashback for low-income families, refunding part of the taxes they pay. In addition, the reform exempts basic food items from taxation and creates a selective tax on products that are harmful to health or the environment. The promise is less bureaucracy and more fairness, but the transition will be slow and gradual, with full implementation expected by 2033. Until then, we need to stay alert and informed. While regular citizens are tightening their belts, the 3 branches of government, executive, legislative, and judiciary, consume over 1.5 trillion reais of the annual budget. Members of Congress earn salaries over 39,000 reais per month, plus benefits like housing allowances, office budgets, and free air travel. In the judiciary, Supreme Court justices and judges earn over 41,000 reais monthly, not including perks like book allowances, daycare subsidies, and daily travel allowances. The executive also has an explosion of high-paying commission positions that have multiplied in recent years. This spending on the top echelons of government starkly contrasts with the underfunding of essential services like education and healthcare, fueling public outrage and a deep sense of tax injustice. What we've seen today shows just how much taxes impact our lives. So, if you enjoyed this type of video, make sure to hit the like button, leave a comment down below sharing your thoughts about our tax system, and of course, subscribe so you don't miss the next videos.